Don't compare yourself to others. There is no comparison between the moon and the sun. They shine when it is their time. If you weren't capable, the opportunity would have never come your way. Sometimes, when you're in a dark place, you think you've been buried, but actually, you've been planted. Just because things could have been different doesn't mean they would have been better. It's not hard. It's just new. People only saw the decisions you made, not the choices you had. Just because you slipped on a step doesn't mean you should throw yourself down the staircase. The bigger the ambition, the slower you need to go. Better to admit you walked through the wrong door than spend your life in the wrong room. Good decisions come from experience. Experience comes from making bad decisions. Some people were not put on your path to evolve. They were put there to remind you what it looks like if you don't. The biggest lie you've told yourself is that you're not ready yet. Be so focused on watering your own grass that you don't have time to check if someone else is greener. Some things have to end in order for better things to begin. You will remain the same until the pain of remaining the same is greater than the pain of change. You focus too much on the bigger picture and often forget that a forest is made of individual trees. Don't be so loyal that you betray yourself. The world doesn't always reward you for being a good person, but that is no reason not to be one. If you wouldn't take advice from them, why would you take criticism? Healing doesn't mean the damage never existed. It means the damage no longer controls your life. Do not disturb yourself by imagining your whole life at once. The mountain you're climbing wasn't put there to punish you, but to show you what you're capable of. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own. The version of you that you're scared to become is the one who's going to save you. To forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that the prisoner was you. The chains that hold you back are never put there by someone else. You already know what you need to do. You're just pretending you don't. But once you stop, things will fall into place faster than you think. Your life is always moving in the direction of your strongest thought. You're not afraid of failure. You're afraid of success and everything it demands from you. Someday, when things are okay, you'll look back and feel proud that you didn't give up. When the road gets bumpy, you don't leave the car. You put the seatbelt on. Whatever you're not changing, you're choosing. Strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you once thought you couldn't. Don't hold the younger you to the standards you hold yourself to today. You will only know true freedom when you no longer wish to impress anyone. Never let success go to your head, and never let failure go to your heart. There is more power in your choices than in your circumstances. Memories are always special. Sometimes we laugh by remembering the days we cry, and sometimes we cry by remembering the days we laughed. That's life. Change is never painful. Only resistance to change is painful. Life is like a piano. White keys represent happiness and black shows sadness. But as you go through life's journey, remember that the black keys also create music. The pain you're avoiding is the lesson you need to grow. Things work out when you least expect them. Life has a funny way of surprising us when we're not looking for it. You don't notice your progress in life because you are always raising the bar. You won't know what is right for you until you experience enough wrong. The highest reward for a person's toil is not what they get for it, but what they become by it. Be proud of your scars. Heroes do have them. You get what you focus on, so focus on what you want. You can't cross the ocean until you lose sight of the shore. It's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you're not. Things turn out the best for people who make the best of the way things turn out. Why is happiness so elusive? Because you look for it in the future instead of in the present. Don't compare yourself to others because no one can play your role better than you. When you reach doubt, that's when you start to make real progress. Pain is the best instructor, but no one wants to go to his class. Life doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you demand of yourself. Problems are not stop signs. They are guidelines. Sometimes being alone is the best medicine to your soul. Life's challenges are not supposed to paralyze you. They are supposed to help you discover who you really are. Even pleasures become punishments when taken beyond a certain point. It's possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That is not a weakness. That is life. If you look at what you have in life, you'll always have more. If you look at what you don't have in life, you'll never have enough. If you went back in time and fixed your past mistakes, you would erase yourself. Before you are old, attend as many funerals as you can bear, and listen. Nobody talks about the departed's achievements. The only thing people will remember is what kind of person you were while you were achieving. The walls you've built to protect yourself are the same walls keeping you from growing. You'll never be criticized by someone who is doing more than you. You'll always be criticized by someone doing less. If you look for the light, you will often find it. But if you look for the dark, it is all you will ever see. We all make mistakes. Nobody is flawless. The people with the worst past can create the best future. Accepting a negative experience is a positive experience. It gets easier every day, but you have to do it every day. That's the hardest part. Be the person you needed when you were younger. Trees don't hang around with the grass, even though they are started from the same place. Just because you hate this chapter doesn't mean you'll hate the book. People don't think about you as much as you imagine they do. Failure is luck, whose meaning you have yet to understand. The things we want to forget are so hard to because we need to remember them. Make sure your worst enemy doesn't live between your own two ears. Your value is not determined by someone else's inability to see your worth. The greatest damage for most of us is not that our aim is too high and we miss it, but that it is too low and we reach it. Instead of worrying about what you cannot control, shift your energy to what you can create. The pain you've been feeling can't compare to the joy that is coming. Everyone is jealous of what you have. No one is jealous of how you got it. If it can be fixed, why are you complaining? If it can't be fixed, why are you complaining? In order to love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you. Cold water feels warm when you're cold. The people who say you can't and you won't are usually the ones scared that you will. You can't give your life more time, so give your time more life. Never give up. You don't know how close you may already be.